guess who? It's your favorite bat
with the mask.
Today, we're talking about Marvel's Wandavision. If you're watching Wandavision like I am, you may have lots of questions. Now, I don't claim to have all the answers, but I do have some.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up, YouTubers? So, WandaVision. So many questions, very little answers. Now, Marvel likes to throw Easter eggs. No, not those Easter eggs. Easter eggs are like hidden secrets within the TV shows or the movies they produce.
I found a few of them,
and I want to share them with you. At the end of this video, go ahead and comment. Let me know which one was your favorite, or maybe there's Easter eggs that you found that I haven't found. Let's figure it out together. So let's get straight into it. In one of these scenes, Monica Rambeau, we all know who she is. She's part of that sword team who's trying to help out Wanda, trying to figure out what's behind the hex. Monica's bending down to pick up a little helicopter that made it inside the hex. And then we catch a snip of the back of the vehicle. The number is S8512. The significance behind this number is the fact that issue number 12 of Division and the Scarlet Witch comic book was released in 1985. It's kind of cool, right? Another Easter egg, the helicopter. If you guys notice, the colors resembles someone's outfit that you guys should be pretty much familiar with, Captain Marvel. You notice the blue, the red, and the white?
There it is.
You guys also notice on the helicopter, the 57. Well, 57 was the comic book issue when Vision was first released. Pretty interesting, right? Something else that was pretty interesting was on episode 7, where Agnes captures Wanda, and Wanda tries to read her mind, but she can't. Agnes tells her, "That's adorable. My thoughts are not available to you, Toots. They never ever were." If you guys noticed also in episode 7, little Billy was trying to do the same thing to Agnes. He told her, "You're quiet, Agnes, on the inside." So what this pretty much tells us is that little Billy pretty much has the same powers as his mom, Wanda. This is also why he was able to connect with Vision when Vision was trying to escape the hex. Another hidden Easter egg is the Westview sign. If you guys read a little closer, it says, "Welcome to Westview. Home is where you make it." Well, Wanda made this entire town out of her passion, her dreams, her wants, so I guess the billboard is telling the truth. Another interesting hidden Easter egg is the sign outside the office door of Maria Rambeau, also known as Photon. Now again, keep it in mind, this is Monica Rambeau's mother. In the picture here, you'll see that she was a pilot going by the alias of Photon. This is a shot from the Captain Marvel movie. Now eventually, spoiler alert, Monica Rambeau becomes the new Captain Marvel eventually, and she also goes by Photon. Actually, she goes by Photon first, and then later on she becomes the new Captain Marvel. But you guys can read that
at your own pace.
Here's a picture showing you guys one of her comics. She also joins the Avengers, obviously, right? So it's kind of cool, and we see a little bit of that with her getting her abilities when she was trying to go back into the hex. This is where her abilities first start to become a reality. So by picking the name Photon, it's a tribute to her mother. Here's an interesting one. Wanda and Vision's address reads 2800. You'll see that here, and you'll also see that here as well. Now, as a reference point, I want you guys to be aware, the Marvel Universe normally takes place on Earth 616. So could this mean that this whole entire situation is taking place in an alternate universe, also known as Earth 2800? This might be a long stretch, but it's a pretty damn good one. You think about it. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Also, check out this for sale sign. Well, in this case, it's sold. Look at the last 4 numbers at the end of the phone number, 0125. Significance? Of course it is. Comic book 125 is the first time that the Avengers got together to take on Thanos. You're welcome, folks. Now, you guys remember this commercial?
Is your husband tired of you burning his toast? Try our new and improved Toastmate 2000. Top and bottom heating elements can handle anything.
Now, do you guys remember the Stark bomb? Well, if you look in this picture, you notice that there's only a red light on this bomb. Now, if you go back to the commercial in episode 1 of the Stark Industry toaster, which is this one right here, if you look closer, you'll notice that the toaster has one red light. You see where I'm going at with this? The light in this commercial and the toaster was a representation of the bomb that she encountered back in Russia. Now, let's go back to Monica Rambeau. For those of you that didn't know, Monica Rambeau is the same little girl in the movie Captain Marvel, just to make sure that you guys get the correlation between the two. So what I'm thinking is Captain Marvel was friends with her mom, who was also an Air Force pilot, and then after the situation that was going on in the Captain Marvel movie, little Monica Rambeau was interested in one day being part of the whole situation, and when she grew up, well, she became an agent. So this is why she's aware that there's things out there that are unexplainable, because she has that experience. Now, this photo might be a little blurry, but in the episode where Wanda drove back into Westview, she was going back to the house, you know, the house that her and Vision were supposed to live in. If you catch the license plate in the back, right where I circled this, you notice that it says Excelsior, which is one of Stan Lee's favorite phrases.
Easter eggs, they're awesome.
Now, you guys remember in episode 1, Wanda and Vision were trying to figure out what the 23rd date on the calendar was marked for. They were trying to figure out if it was somebody's birthday, if it was the anniversary. Well, one of those was right. It was actually Wanda and Vision's anniversary. As you can see, when Wanda goes back to the house, she looks back at the property plans, the deed to the house, and there's a heart-shaped circle on the map. So I put one and one together, and that's pretty much what it means. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Remember the episode, Wanda was overwhelmed with grief that Vision was no longer around, so she exploded with her chaotic energy. Well, if you remember back in the movie, The Age of Ultron, when Pietro died, she had the same feeling. She exploded. She melted all the Ultron symbiote robots. So in other words, she did it once, she did it twice. I'm sure she'll do it a third time. She's powerful. As we wrap things up, in the last episode, as Wanda was going back through history, we go to the section where she touches the Mind Stone, and then she has some kind of vision of a woman in front of a bright light. If you guys notice, that's the costume of Scarlet Witch, which is her, pretty much. So she had a vision of herself in some point in the future. If you guys look really close at the bottom, you can see her legs. There's a Scarlet Witch outfit, so she pretty much saw herself in the future before she even knew she was gonna be the Scarlet Witch. So there's that. All right, YouTubers, to wrap things up, let's talk about
White Vision.
who is White Vision. Well, White Vision is not the same Vision that you and I know. He's emotionless, he has no memories, he's strictly a weapon. Some of you may remember White Vision from the comic books. He's ruthless, he's a killing machine, he has no remorse, he just takes orders. So you guys remember when in the last episode, the guy who runs the SOAR team, he's telling Wanda that if she takes his body, it's a breach to Vision's living will to not bring him back. Well, what we end up finding out is that SWORD, of course, they lied. They lied to Wanda. They actually breached Vision's living will and brought him back to life, but not as Vision. They brought him back as a weapon. They mentioned to her that they didn't want the most powerful weapon to fall into the wrong hands. They weren't talking about Wanda. It was them all along. So now, what's Wanda gonna do? Does she have to fight Vision? Can she fight Vision? Lots of questions. We don't know. But what we do speculate is that this TV show will somehow lead into Doctor Strange's new movie. Are you guys excited about the next and final episode? I am. Comment below. Let me know and share with me any other Easter eggs that you guys had found. Let me know which one of these was your favorite. And once again, don't forget, like and subscribe this channel. Thanks a lot for watching. See you guys on the flip flop. Let's go.